if you're on a par 5 and you make it in 5, that's a par. If you make it in 4, that's a birdie. If you make it in 3, it's an eagle. If you make it in 2 by some miracle, that's a double eagle. And then on a par 4, if you hit it in 4, that's par. 3 is birdie. 2 is double eagle or ace 1.
God damn it, you fat.
We are moving on to the most coke-filled film,
Animal House Part 2
of the trilogy. A lot less golf play in this one. Caddyshack came out July 25th of 1980. Not intended to be a huge success. Box office versus budget. It was a $6 million budget. It grossed $39 million in U.S. and Canada, never released overseas, internationally. That's a big fucking hit for the era that it was made in. It's more of a Saturday Night Live sketch than it was a golf movie, but fuck, is it funny? I think this movie is a great showcase of great comedic talent at their heights. I don't think it really has anything to tell potential golfers to play the game, but it did give us one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest comedic characters of all time, Carl the Greenskeeper Spackler, played by Bill Murray. He was originally a silent character in the script, like a Harpo Marx. He didn't have any dialogue, and when Bill Murray was cast, he's like, fuck that, I'm gonna improvise every scene I'm in.
We got all of that. The crowd is standing on its feet here at Augusta. The normally reserved Augusta crowd going wild.
He originally was supposed, if you watch the movie, when he's just doing his thing where he's digging the holes and looking at the women, he was supposed to be silent, but instead we got bark like a dog for me.
Come on, bark like a dog for me. Bark like a dog.
It's like we get this genius of Bill Murray dialogue that was not even written. This movie was a Harold Ramis movie. It's supposed to be a National Lampoon's movie, but that doesn't really matter because that's just a label.
It's that crew in that time period, and it is Harold Ramis's directorial debut.
Every character in this movie, even the older people, were on cocaine during the filming of this. And John, move your head a little bit so we can see Rodney Dangerfield's eyes. That's Rodney Dangerfield on cocaine.
His first movie appearance as well. So the stand-up career was taking off, and they really took a chance on him.
Okay, last week, nothing went right. I bought a waterbed. There were 2 Cuban guys swimming in it looking for Florida.
Yeah, and he was always very bitter about the fact that he did not get famous until he was older, because he was a really good Canadian comedian, but he just, it wasn't until his old man shtick.
He gets no respect.
I mean, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all.
The movie was inspired by, what's his name? Brian Doyle Murray, who is one of Bill Murray's brothers, who was a caddy in golf.
Unrecognizable in this movie.
Well, he's just so young.
He looks like Fredo from The Godfather, but
he went to Harold Ramis and his brother Bill and said, like, let's make a movie about caddies. Both of those guys, Bill Murray and Harold Ramis, were also caddies back when they were teenagers. So they just, and it really reflects this, because this movie's not so much about golf as it is about, I guess, 1980 caddy life. You know, like, let's smoke weed, let's drink beer, let's have sex with chicks. This movie is very fucking cheesy, and there's a really awful like love plot in it that's just terrible. Danny Noonan is the weakest part of this movie. I get it. You need a catalyst. I just wish the film focused on Ty Webb, who is played by Chevy Chase, who's the best character in the, well, Carl Spackler's the best character, but the best lead character is Ty Webb. He's the true main character. Michael O'Keefe, though, who played Danny Noonan, was actually somebody that really loved golf, but he stayed away from golf for 25 years after this movie because he got sick of the pressure of having everyone come up to him at pro shops and be like, Danny Noonan, no. And that sucks. That sucks for him. But I guess he's gotten back into the game, and he's apparently a really good golfer. I think Caddyshack is a hilarious movie. It's one of those really great SNL, alum movies. But as far as a golf movie, it's almost like a 0.
I think you brought up the big point earlier that it was originally supposed to be centered around the caddy life. And then when you started getting those ad-lib performances by Bill Murray and Chevy Chase and kind of early footage of the film was shown to the studios, they really wanted to go that direction and showcase more of that. Even to the fact one of the studio executives was like, hey, our 2 biggest stars in Bill Murray and Chevy Chase don't even interact in the film. So they had to do a last ditch kind of rewrite.
Well, because they fucking hated each other in real life.
And so they did that scene in I think it's a supply shack or something where they keep all the gear to work on the golf course. And it's Carl's little house. He's got his little bed. They just threw that in there really quick so they could do those lines and have them on screen together.
People say, I'm an idiot or something because all I do is cut lines for a living,
Oh, see, people don't say that about you as far as you know.
Well, I'm working on it, so I don't ever have to, I'm going to be the head greenskeeper. Hopefully within 6 years, that's my schedule.
That whole scene is ad-libbed, and it is one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in my entire life.
I get the big Bob Marley joint. Look at this. Here, try this.
Carl, I really don't do this very often.
You're going to love this. Is dynamite hack. Watch out for this.
Maybe one drag, I gotta go.
It's a little harsh.
And Chevy Chase is just swigging the fucking shitty, giant jig of wine.
One more of these right on top of cannonball. Cannonball coming. Cannonball coming. No!
And it's all because he was playing a night game and he was dropping the ball, right? Yeah. And then he hit it into Carl's little apartment or whatever. Fuck, dude, that scene is so great. A lot of drugs were happening during this movie.
It actually upset the older gentleman below Rodney Dangerfield. He was really getting, I think he was like a soap star. He was in a bunch of other.
Ted Knight? Ted Knight?
Yeah.
Oh, Ted Knight is so great in this movie, man.
He actually he got a little bit upset and thought it was kind of putting the film at risk. And there was another producer that really started hovering over them as well. They started to get concerned towards the end because of the debauchery.
Ted Knight was on a sitcom. God, I can't remember what it was.
Well, the name I'm going to throw out, I think, is wrong. Too Close for Comfort.
I think you're right.
He was also in the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Whatever he thought about the final product of the movie, he fucking brought it to this movie. Well, we're waiting. He was so fucking good, man. And, an interesting thing about this movie was there was so much blow and booze and weed going on that Harold Ramis avoided every single party that the crew would have of a late night party or the next, we just wrapped this scene and this scene. He would avoid all those because he had to focus on directing. And that's good for him. Good for Ramis. Yeah. R.I.P. I wish he was still alive. However, when filming Wrapped, Ramis went to the wrap party, partied so heavily that early in the party, he had to be carried out. And you know what? He deserved that.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, let's
he
party!
Waited until the end.
Rodney Dangerfield. Let's party! Dude, his dance moves and his eyeballs are freaking insane in this movie.
Delicious. I'ma have all you motherfuckers laying in ditch. I'ma kill all you rappers. I'ma aim with precision. They was rocking with your till they made it.
Well, I mean, Ty Webb is he's supposedly this amazing golfer, but all we really see him do is do the na where he's just hitting them in like a pool cue. No. But the ending is obviously Danny Noonan versus that, I don't know, Ralph Macchio wannabe guy at the end, Danny Noonan hits the ball and it lands right at the edge of the hole. And it stays there for about 10 seconds. But then Carl, the greenskeeper, blows off a bunch of explosives and it falls in. Would that really, you know what I mean? Would that count?
So there, you have a certain amount of time after the ball stops rolling and sits on the edge.
So it could later fall in. And
Yeah,
the whole
and
thing...
it has. It has.
But I
my
imagine you're
God.
not allowed to walk up to it to try to create some vibration.
No, that would be illegal. No jumping up and down.
Yeah.
So the fact that somebody set off C4 explosives on the court to help it fall in, it's still fair game,
It's
right?
fair game, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, if it falls in, you'll see them like, oh.
I still think it's my favorite Bill Murray role, even though people love Venkman. Venkman's fine, but
What had Murray done for feature films before this one?
hardly nothing, basically nothing.
Yeah,
really. I think he did
one of his
Meatballs.
first-
The same. He did Meatballs the same
Meatballs.
year. But in this movie, he takes the whole. He's the MVP of this movie. Like, he's just trying to kill gophers, and he's like running around with fucking camouflage on, but he's got the 6-pack of Budweiser attached to his backpack. And that's all Bill Murray. Like, there was nothing for this character. Like I said, he was supposed to be a silent character who never spoke.
License to kill gophers by the government of the United Nations.
And who do you think they give me? The Dalai Lama himself, the 12th son of the Lama. The flowing robes, the grace, bald. Striking. So I'm on a first tee with him. I give him the driver. He hauls off and whacks one. Big hitter, the Lama. Into a 10,000-foot crevice right at the base of this glacier. Do you know what the Lama says?
No.
Gunga Galunga. Gunga Gunga La Gunga.
It's just fucking brilliant, man.
He's all over the place in that movie too, like the scene where he's hitting the flowers and the dialogue.
Yeah. Running
To
wild.
me, he'll always, you mentioned it earlier, to me he'll always be Dr. Peter Venkman. Yeah, I think it wanted to start off as a golf movie, and then Bill Murray just kind of took over.
And Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
And the gopher. They really.
This really catapulted Rodney Danger's movie career after this. Didn't he make like a soccer movie after this?
A couple years, or about 5 years later, he did Back to School, which is a great comedy.
I mean, this gave him a career in film. He
did Easy Money.
Easy Money. Back to School is a major hit.
I
love. Forget what the numbers are on that, but it was like top 5 for the year. It outdid Aliens, which is the reason I know that it's such a big hit. It made more money than Aliens.
I don't think it should have made more money than Aliens, but man, it's a really funny movie.
Yeah, I had not seen this, and I saw it when I was younger or whatever, and didn't really connect with it or find it that interesting. So rewatching it, it was pretty wholly new to me, and it felt very spoof-like. It's not a spoof, but it has elements that feel like it's kind of a spoof movie about golf. But when it starts off, it's very much feels like you're watching Vacation, like just the vibe the very 80s vibe of it, the music. It's got Kenny Loggins music to start it off. It just kind of feels like such an 80s National Lampoons. Like, even though it didn't end up being considered National Lampoons, you could just slap that title on it because that's
it
what
basically is. Yeah.
But yeah, the spoof humor, there's some fun stuff in there. Probably my favorite is the Dookie in the pool, and the way that they are inspired by Jaws in that scene and stuff. And even the payoff when they, find that they have to clean the pool completely. And we all know as viewers that it's a candy bar, but like that they go to that extreme to clean the pool, and then he goes and takes a bite out of it.
It's no big deal.
Oh! The random synchronized swimming scene that has absolutely nothing to do with the story. They just thought it would be cool and they wanted to put it in.
That's the stuff that felt very spoof. Obviously, the gopher, has a little bit of element.
I love the scene when the reverend or whatever he is, the priest is like, "Hey, you come with me," and he's like, "Okay, you're a Lebanese." Anyway, and he goes out there and he's like watching him play golf in the rain, and then he makes like the shot of his life, and he just gets fucking electrocuted.
Yeah. I had a question about that because I was a little confused. I feel like they do show that character in a scene later, and he now doesn't believe in God. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, he didn't die. He just got
he looked kind of so different that I wasn't 100% sure that was
remember
him.
he was drinking. He was a mess after
Yeah. Like, I guess he lost his faith or something.
My name's Fred, and I'm just a man, same as you are.
You're not a man, you're a bishop, for God's sakes!
There is no God.
That's just a movie written and directed and acted by a bunch of people on a lot of cocaine.
Yeah,
that's
for
basically the way you can look at it, you know.
Dude, the chick, let's see, is she on here? The chick's smoking hot. Like for an 80, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
For like the style of the 80s, she had it. She was smoking hot. Yeah.
Well, she shows her breasts a bunch.
Yeah, I was very happy with how far that scene took it. Okay, then I'm going to go 1 over par on this one. What is...
So Caddyshack's a bogey for you.
A bogey. I'm giving this a bogey.
I'm gonna go with the bogey on this one too. I think it's iconic. I think it's kind of the birth of Bill Murray's career and Chevy Chase's career on screen. Rodney Dangerfield, so many great people. But as far as like the overall story, it's not my type of comedy that I like to watch, and it's specifically not a golf movie like Tin Cup. So I'm gonna go with a bogey as well.
I think it's hilarious, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's set on a golf course. Intentionally, it was supposed to originally be about caddies, which it's not really. It's just kind of all over the fucking place. But I have to go with par because, again, I think it did exactly what it wanted to do. And for a bunch of people on cocaine for like 2.5 months on set, that's pretty good.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a pleasure. I'm off to the 19th hole.
I'm off to the Aardvark Green.
And I had an absolute great time being the guest today. And at Cinema Gulp, we drink your cinema.
I drink it up!
Gonna go out and play some golf, yeah, I'm gonna go out and play some golf. My golf bag's full of the latest stuff. I'm gonna go out and play some golf. My putter alone was $1,000. I'm gonna go out and suck it, golf.